We shouldn't be looking for heroes, we should be looking for good ideas. If we don't believe in freedom of expression for people we despise, we don't believe in it at all. The whole educational and professional training system is a very elaborate filter, which just weeds out people who are too independent, and who think for themselves, and who don't know how to be submissive, and so on, because they're dysfunctional to the institutions. The smart way to keep people passive and obedient is to strictly limit the spectrum of acceptable opinion, but allow very lively debate within that spectrum. Optimism is a strategy for making a better future. Because unless you believe that the future can be better, you are unlikely to step up and take responsibility for making it so. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. Everyone's worried about stopping terrorism. Well, there's really an easy way: stop participating in it. All over the place, from the popular culture to the propaganda system, there is constant pressure to make people feel that they are helpless, that the only role they can have is to ratify decisions and to consume. Education is a system of imposed ignorance. For the powerful, crimes are those that others commit. If you assume that there is no hope, you guarantee that there will be no hope. If you assume that there is an instinct for freedom, that there are opportunities to change things, then there is a possibility that you can contribute to making a better world. It is the responsibility of intellectuals to speak the truth and expose lies. I think it only makes sense to seek out and identify structures of authority, hierarchy, and domination in every aspect of life, and to challenge them. Unless a justification for them can be given, they are illegitimate and should be dismantled to increase the scope of human freedom. Either you repeat the same conventional doctrines that everybody else is saying, or else you say something which in fact is true, and it will sound like it's from Neptune. It's not radical Islam that worries the US, it's independence. The more you can increase fear of drugs, crime, welfare mothers, immigrants and aliens, the more you control all of the people. That's the whole point of good propaganda. You want to create a slogan that nobody's going to be against and everybody's going to be for. Nobody knows what it means because it doesn't mean anything. How it is we have so much information, but know so little. No honest journalist should be willing to describe himself or herself as embedded. To say, "I'm an embedded journalist" is to say, "I'm a government propagandist." The kind of work that should be the main part of life is the kind of work you would want to do if you weren't being paid for it. It's work that comes out of your own internal needs, interests and concerns. We need not stride resolutely towards catastrophe, merely because those are the marching orders. Don't be obsessed with tactics but with purpose. Tactics have a half-life. This Sarah Palin phenomenon is very curious. I think somebody watching us from Mars, they would think the country has gone insane. Passivity may be the easy course, but it is hardly the honorable one. Discovery is the ability to be puzzled by simple things. Peace is preferable to war, but it's not an absolute value, and so we always ask, what kind of peace? If you ask me whether or not I'm an atheist, I wouldn't even answer. I would first want an explanation of what it is that I'm supposed not to believe in, and I've never seen an explanation. The general population doesn't know what's happening, and it doesn't even know that it doesn't know. As long as the general population is passive, apathetic, diverted to consumerism or hatred of the vulnerable, then the powerful can do as they please, and those who survive will be left to contemplate the outcome. Education must provide the opportunities for self-fulfillment. It can at best provide a rich and challenging environment for the individual to explore in his own way. In many respects, the United States is a great country. Freedom of speech is protected more than in any other country. It is also a very free society. In America, the professor talks to the mechanic. They are in the same category. Religion is based on the idea that God is an imbecile. As soon as questions of will or decision or reason or choice of action arise, human science is at a loss. Unfortunately, you can't vote the rascals out because you never voted them in the first place.